Hello students, in the previous class we have discussed about the flower or the reproductive parts of the flower, male and female reproductive structures which help in the seed formation after fertilization, and fertilization process takes place with the help of transference of male reproductive structures to the female, and that process of transference of male reproductive structure, which is the pollen grains, to the stigma flower by the help of pollinating agent. In case of cross pollination, in case of self pollination, it is by its own, or in the closed, if the flower is a closed flower. So in this session we will discuss about pollination and fertilization. Today's topic is about pollination only. Pollination, the chapter is pollination and fertilization. Topic pollination, pollination, their types: autogamy, geitonogamy, allogamy. Then we'll discuss about the kinds of pollination like self and cross pollination. After that, self-pollination, how self-pollination is favored in plants, or what are the characteristics which favors self-pollination, like bisexuality and homogamy. After that, cross-pollination, the advantages and disadvantages of both self and cross-pollination. After that, the next topic is nature favors cross-pollination. What are the characteristics or the features which proves that the cross pollination is favored by nature? And all these characteristics like unisexuality, dichogamy, self-sterility, hercogamy and heterostyle are the characteristic features of certain plants or flowers which proves that cross pollination is favored by nature. So let's start with the first topic, which is pollination. First, the definition of pollination. Pollination is the transference of pollen grains from male to the female stigma, or pollen grains from the anthers to the stigma of female for the process of fertilization to take place. So, transference of pollen grains is pollination. It involves pollinating agents in case of cross pollination. It is having three types. Pollination is of three types. Autogamy means self-pollination. In this, if the pollination is in the same flower, or the pollination process takes place in the same flower, if male and female, the flower is a bisexual flower, then the pollination process takes place, or the pollination is by the anthers of the anthers to the stigma of the same flower. Geitonogamy is pollination of a flower present on the same, of different flowers present on the same plant. So that different flowers present on the same plant, then it is geitonogamy. Allogamy is pollination of flowers, pollination between the flower present on different plants. So let's write some of the points. Autogamy, pollination of stigma by anthers of the same flower, anthers of the same flower. Next is geitonogamy, which is pollination between the flowers. Between the flower means from anther to stigma, between the flowers present on the same plant. Next is allogamy. Allogamy is pollination between the flowers present on different plants. Now this is about the types of pollination, pollination. If it is self or cross self pollination, then in this the kinds of pollination is self and cross. Self pollination, which we have discussed now, the autogamy, heterogamy and allogamy. Auto and heterogamy, because they are heterogamy is cross pollination. Morphologically it is cross pollination, but genetically it is self pollination, while allogamy is the cross pollination. So this is self, purely self pollination. This is cross pollination, while this one, it is morphologically means it appears to be cross, but genetically, since the flowers are of the same plant, genetically it is self. So this is very important to mark. Genetically it is self because the flowers are of the same plant. Next is kinds of pollination, self and cross. Self in the same flower or flower of the same plant, cross pollination between the flowers of different plants. Next is self pollination. What are the characteristics for self pollination? Characteristics for self pollination. Number one is bisexuality. Bisexuality, which means male and female reproductive structures present in the same flower. If male and female structures are present in the same flower, then automatically the reproduction process takes place, which is which is the self pollination. Then the next is homogamy. When anthers and stigma mature at the same time. When both the anther and stigma mature at the same time, it favors the self pollination process. Next is cross pollination. Cross pollination is the transference of pollen grains from one flower of one plant to another plant, and both these pollination processes are having some advantages as well as disadvantages. So let's start with the self pollination first. Self pollination process. Advantages of self-pollination. Advantages of self-pollination. First advantage is it is the much surer way of pollination, or because the pollination transference is in the same flower, so there is less chances of loss of pollen grains, so much surer. Type of pollination. Number 2, less wastage of pollen grains. Number 3, external agents are not required. External agents or the pollinating agents are not required. Number 4, parental characters are retained. These are the characteristic or the parental characters. The good characters of the parents are retained, but this process is having some disadvantages also. So disadvantages, number one, there in this diseased characters are inherited. Number two, loss of vigor and vitality. Number three, new characters are not developed. New characters, which is necessary for the adaptation. You can write this one in bracket, necessary for adaptation. New characters are not formed. Here the flowers in the self-pollinating flowers are not very large and showy, but in large and showy these flowers are small. This is the advantage, but in this there is the new characters are not developed, which is the major drawback of this type of pollination. Next is cross pollination advantages as well as the disadvantage. Advantages of cross pollination. Advantages: new characters are developed. Or formed. New characters are formed, which is very necessary for the adaptability, are formed. Then number two, the flowers are showy and large. Then this one, hybrid characters are basic. The best advantage is the formation of new characters, and diseased characters may not be inherited. Number three, seeds are more viable and large. These are the advantages. Disadvantages: since it requires external agent, it requires external agents, loss of pollen grains, less economical, because the flower has to be large, showy, it must have nectar to attract insects and bees. Then showy flowers or the reproductive structures must be hanged outside for the wind pollination. So these are the characters which makes it less economical, and the disadvantages. All the advantages and disadvantages. Then the nature, what are the characteristics which proves that nature favors cross pollination? First is the unisexuality. Nature favors cross pollination. Number one is unisexuality. Unisexuality means there is separate male and female flowers Separate male and female flowers, as in case of gourd. Even on this, they are born on the different plants also, and gourd and papaya. Then number 2 is dichogamy. Dichogamy means two different gametic structures, and which is protandry and protogyny. Now what does these terms stand for? Protandry word is for endoecium. Pro means earlier. When the endoecium matures earlier than the gynoecium, then it inhibits or it restricts the fertilization process in the same flower. Protogyny, gyne is for gynoecium. If gynoecium matures or the stigma matures earlier than the anther, then also the cross pollination is favored. So here androecium or anthers mature earlier. In this case, gynoecium or stigma. Here we are using the word stigma because the pollination takes place at stigma, not in the ovule. Ovule is the process of fertilization takes place in ovule. So stigma matures earlier. Next is self-sterility. Number 3, self-sterility. Sometimes in some of the cases, for examples I have not mentioned here. Protandry, the examples for protandry is sweet pea. For protogyny, the example is custard apple and people. Here self-sterility is a type where even if the pollen grains mature at the same time, the maturation time is same and the pollination takes place, but the stigma does not accept that pollen grain. So acceptability is not there. That is termed as less or no acceptability. Less acceptability by the stigma, which favors cross pollination. Number 4 is hercogamy. Self-sterility is in case of ray florets. Sunflower is having male and female at the center, and the ray florets, which are neuter flowers. In ray florets, the self-sterility is just because to favor the cross pollination. Then hercogamy. In this, the stigma the stigma is covered by some keel, like the word is used for this is keel. A different hood-like structure is formed by the petals of the flower, a hood-like structure which covers the stigma so as to avoid dusting by the pollen of the same flower. So this type of structure in which the stigma is covered to avoid self-pollination is termed as hercogamy. Heterostyle is a condition where the length of the style is the part of the female reproductive system, which is the carpel or pistil, stigma, style and ovary. So when the style is much longer or much shorter, so that it is not the pollen grains are not able to reach, or if they are falling, if the style is very short, then the pollen grains are not falling on that, or it is away from the reach of the pollen grains. So if the length of the style is such as that pollen grains are not able to reach the stigma, the term is heterostyle, which favors cross pollination. These are all the terms, and this is in case of oxalis. Here examples I must mention are pansy and iris flower. For the hercogamy, for heterostyle it is oxalis. These are all the terms which is in pollination. In the next class we will discuss about the agents of pollination, and after that the fertilization process. Thank you for today's class.